Welcome, Vintage Gamers, to a donation deck list. Mitchell has kindly asked for 3 Island PO to get replayed in a Vintage League. They asked if there would be any changes for the sideboard, and I just told chat that no, I think this sideboard actually works pretty well against League opponents. There's a lot of combo and a lot of graveyard decks, and this is what the sideboard is really for. So if you've seen this list before, it means you've watched my most recent RCQ video. This should be the same 75 from that video. I really liked having a bunch of extra basics against the current Wasteland metagame. An additional Sensei's Top as a flex slot to increase your artifact count for Metalcraft. I'm playing 1 Hercules Recall still because I think you just need to respect shops. You can beat shops a lot if you respect it, but if you don't respect it, you're going to start losing games that you would normally be able to win. This deck, I'm still playing 2 Dress Down. I really like what that does for PO. It allows you not to play any removal in the main. You will still want to bring in cut downs for collect roofs in the board, but in the main, you don't actually have to play removal as the PO player if you can just ignore it for 1 turn and go off. I also still just really like this card as a value engine with PO. It's a permanent, it cantrips, it does a lot of really cool things. We're still going to play 1 Repeal and 1 Twister in our other flex slots. The Twister was okay, but not super great in the RCQ. But we could play a second Repeal here, but I think I like having a little bit, 1 more payoff spell. The problem is a lot of times the flex slot payoff spells in PO are obviously not as good as PO or Tinker, right? And they get to be pretty clunky. Things like Karn, things like Teferi. Teferi's not exactly a payoff spell, but like the things that enter your 3 and 4 drop slots tend to be very, very clunky. And I'm trying to reduce the number of clunky cards in the PO deck in general, so they try to be like a little bit more well-tuned. So maybe this Twister is supposed to be 2nd Repeal. I could see that. Could be 3rd Dress Down. Could be another artifact. Could be I played a Grim Monolith for a little while. There's a lot of things you can play in these. There's like 5 or 6 flex slots inside of the PO deck. And you have a lot of choices in what you want to play in those slots. Like I said before, you can definitely play a Saga PO version. If you want to play a Saga PO deck, I definitely recommend checking out Cielfo's list from the RCQ. That's an Italian PO player who is quite proficient, and I like their list quite a bit. If you think that you're going to have a Pyroblast metagame, a Saga PO deck makes a lot of sense, and I would check out their list. For me, I still think you always want to play Mentor. It just wins games by itself, especially in a metagame where people are starting to play more creatures. Definitely like to have Mentor around. Chat is asking about Collector Oof. Cut Down. So the reason I'm trying Cut Down instead of Fatal Push are the 3 big 3 drops. Mainly Archon of Emeria, but also Opposition Agent and Hull Breacher. And against those decks, fetching can be very problematic, especially against Archon of Emeria. So Cut Down always hitting Archon of Emeria, Hull Breacher, and Opposition Agent without having to fetch is definitely something that can be seen as a very high upside. It's something that has come out, or has happened a lot to me. I don't find that you need to cut down bigger creatures very much. So it came up in the RCQ where I wanted to kill a Tarmogoyf, but I think for the most part, you almost never want to kill a Tarmogoyf as the PO player. You almost really, those kind of cards don't tend to matter too much. So like the cards that are outsizing Cut Down are like Leovold is a big one, but there's not that many Leovolds running around. Tarmogoyf, there's a couple other ones, but for the most part, I think Archon of Emeria, Hull Breacher, and Opposition Agent are seeing far more play than the other cards, and so having your not having to revolt is the big upside. And that's it. Sideboard is like pretty heavy for creatures, for combo, for our shops up here, and for graveyard decks over here. I still think you want to play a Sphinx of the Steel Wind. It's just still good, even with Besagio existing. It's just the best option against those kind of decks. Exciting news, everyone. I have just launched a new Patreon. There, you can show support for my content, grab additional weekly metagame recommendations, and even submit a donation deck list. Donation deck lists are the most frequently asked question on my channel, and I feel I'm now ready to support this new content. Please check out the rules for submissions on the Patreon link in the description, and thank you for your continued support of my channel. Let's battle. We have finally found an opponent. We have our favorite opponent of all time, Absorbent 3 across the table. Collector Roof, Mono Green, Stompy, Root Maze Aficionado, and the MTG bot here says Absorbent 3 is 4-0 in this league. So if they vanquish us here, that will be probably the first 5-0 published list I'll get to see from Absorbent 3. So, and like that's not to say that it's going to be easy, because typically the lists that they play tend to be very good against artifact-oriented combo decks. So Pyrostatic Pillar, Collector Roof, Root Maze, all those kind of things. This hand is very awkward. It doesn't really have a lot of power going for it. It does have a Dress Down, which is good against Collector Roof, and a Mental Misstep, which can sometimes be good against them, but sometimes they play like Allosaurus Shepherd. It doesn't have a Force, which I really don't like, and has the Citadel in hand already. So I think I'm just going to mulligan this and try to find a little bit better. And obviously this hand is just completely cracked. So I will keep this hand. And do I want to play around Vigor? Yeah, I guess so. I think I'll just get rid of the Will and hope they don't turn one Collector Roof me. Even if they turn one Collector Roof me, it's still playable. Dryad Militant. All right, so I believe we win. Oh no, I feel so bad. I mean, this hand is just absolutely unreal good. So, like, we have top Citadel and Fluster for Vigor. So, well, yeah, I mean, this doesn't matter because we have a Sensei's top. We would have had Fluster on top for a Vigor anyways. I should be holding priority here. Let's just draw through this. All right, that should do something. I don't know exactly what that. I guess I can just go. Could just go Mystical Time Walk. That just kind of ensures things, or we could just go get the Mentor. Let's go Mystical. I just like always getting the extra turn. There's games 2 and 3. Like I said, if they went turn 1 Collector Roof, our hand would have been a lot worse. I just want to draw through this. I don't think I care about my spells getting exiled. Could be wrong. I really am just looking for Moxen or something here. I almost don't even want the Narset. I've actually drawn a lot of cards, and I've hit no Moxen. Here's a Moxen. All right, here we go. Oh, I accidentally stepped through combat by accident. All right. Here we go. Okay, so now we're good. I hit no Opal, no Moxen, so it was kind of awkward. But everything's fine. I definitely could have made like some of the choices in that different, but I don't think it matters very much. All I need to do is get to my Mentor, and then we will have very lethal. Not me. Do you know what Absorbent 3's record is right now? I don't know if you were here for that. I mean, we had a top in play and we went down pretty low. It wasn't nothing. Here's my Mentor. I'll just play it off the top. Oh, I did the wrong one to play it off the top. That's fine. I mean, like I said, not me. I said that I think Absorbent 3's decks are typically pretty reasonable against PO. So we'll have to just see. All right. I'm going to bring in the Sphinx, and I'm going to bring in Cut Downs. And I don't really have any great answers for Pyrostatic Pillar. Don't want Hercules. They have Vigor, they have Cavern, they have Allosaur Shepherd, they have Collector Roof, they have Root Maze. There's a lot of good things. I mean, agree to disagree. I think that typically their decks can be very good against these combo-oriented decks. You just have to they didn't keep a good hand, right? They kept turn 1 Dryad Militant go. You kind of want to keep turn 1 Collector Roof go. But yeah, I don't know exactly how many creatures they're gonna play. Maybe it's still fine. Maybe we just take out Twister, Fluster. I don't know how many Vigors are in their deck. I know nothing really about the numbers in their deck because their decks have never been published. Like I don't know if they're playing 1 Vigor or 4 Vigors or 0 Vigors. It's kind of hard to tell. I think I'm just gonna take out this Narset and just go like this. Opponent is notorious because they play a very interesting set of Hate Bear style decks. Which I typically enjoy playing because I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, I agree. And honestly, I think their decks have been getting much better over time. Like, their decks started out a lot weaker than they are now. Now they're playing things like Collector Roof and Vigor and like these very powerful cards. So, do I want an Ambush Viper? No, I think I just want to go like this. I don't have that many trophies. I don't trophy very often. I am not someone who trophies very often, so. I also don't like sit here playing leagues and leagues of PO though. So. Which, see, look at this. I mean, this is a bug start if I've ever seen one. Human? That's not Collector Roof. What's happening? Yes. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, they have a lot of these cards that are just good against what I'm trying to do. Kind of awkward, isn't it? I mean, maybe we can just go Mana Crypt as my 1 spell and then pass and hold open Repeal and dress down and things. I don't know if this is even good. Yeah, I mean, if opponent plays Cavern of Souls, like, it can be quite good, right? Like if I dress down and they don't play any, like I kind of have to, well, it shouldn't be too hard to play 2 spells on my turn. I think I just, if I dress down and they kill my Mana Crypt, I still have Ponder, so I don't even think it's that bad for me. Maybe it's like not great. Okay, they're just gonna let it happen. Interesting. Well, just to give me an opportunity to just repeal the Outline Liberator and time walk them for whatever that's worth. All right, well, good luck. Gonna start with that. Could definitely use a blue mana. All right, sweet. I mean, we're super far ahead now. I think I'm just still going to time walk them here with this repeal. Because I kind of want them not casting, like, I guess if they have an oof, I'm just forcing it anyways, but... This kind of needed to be a collector oof. Oh, they have Gaia's Cradle now. Interesting. So I have Ancestral Yogwill, so we're cooking here. Don't know if we want to spin and upkeep. Doesn't seem necessary. I'd rather keep the mana. I have lost a couple flips here. Okay, so we can Mystical into Tinker, and then maybe just Tinker a Sphinx. Mystical, Tinker. Kind of feel like that's just the best. I don't know. I guess they could have Beseiju. Mystical Tinker, Mystical Lotus, Mystical Tinker, Tinker for Lotus, Lotus Yogwill. Yeah, I guess that's even better. Feels like kind of crazy, but is there any way that come back and bite me? Doesn't really feel like there's any way that can come back and bite me. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like fun. I lose my top, I guess, but I mean, we're still probably gonna get I could walk. Then I really wish I had spun first. Yeah, I guess we can walk. It's like really bad if they Outland Liberator me though. I'm not sure that's better. Yeah, I guess we get to do 2 walks this way though. I wish we had tried to find I actually think I guess I should have put the if I put the opal on top, I can then ponder. Probably should have done that. This just gets an extra card in play, right? Yeah, I think, yeah, we're just so far ahead. Basically, a collector oof on Cavern on oof would have been the only thing that really got us in trouble here in this game. And we get to replay our Lotus and our Mana Crypt, so. I don't think there's any... Well, if I wanted to go Citadel, I had to, like, repeal or dress down this first. But I kind of just want to go Sphinx. I guess I'm going to... If I go Sphinx, I am in trouble with Beseiju, though. I had to repeal or dress down before casting Tinker if I wanted to go Citadel at 9 life, though. I don't really know if that's even good. I guess I should have just... Well, I don't want to Ancestral first in case I hit my target. I mean, that's crazy, right? So now I can go Mentor Walk. Now I don't even care about Beseiju. Sure. Okay, cool. Oh, now I get Vigored. No, I didn't play my dress down. I'm thinking I played my dress down for a second. All right, and then this might be lethal? I'm not really sure. Let's take a look here. That'd be pretty close. Yeah, Tinker Lotus is usually it's a win more play, but it was nice. Definitely enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we stopped them from 5-0ing, so we don't get to see their lists yet another time. Yeah, I mean, played all the broken cards, right? Oh, I guess, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna concede for the list. Get out of here. I believe it. One day we will see a Absorption 3 list, and it will be glorious. All right. Well, we did some powerful broken restricted card things in those games. That's for sure. All right, here we are, round 2. We got a Goblins expert across the table, though they have been branching out recently into some bizarre action. Let's see what they do. This hand looks reasonable. Yeah, I mean, normally Goblins player, but I also realized that I didn't take the ice tray from my old fridge. So I went to put ice cubes into my whiskey for tonight, and I had no ice cubes. I'm gonna get one of those. I'm just gonna get, man, should I just get Force? I have a PO already. I guess I don't have mana for the PO, but I have a spin. It's pretty bad. All plays are pretty bad against Wasteland, I guess. It kind of feels like Force is pretty bad against Goblins if it's Goblins. I'm just gonna get Ancestral. Maybe I should have gone top first to bait Misstep. Whoa! What's up? How's it going, Nanu? Hope you had a great stream. We're playing some Vintage tonight. First, we're going to do a league with Paradoxical Outcome, and then an interesting new canister Hogak list. What's new? All right, it is Goblins. Here we go. But it wasn't Cavern. Oh, Simian Spirit Guide, Snoop. Now I wish I had Force of Will. It's tough to Merchant Scroll for just one another challenge with that huge 4 or 5 color pile. Man, Legacy is such a crazy format. You just get to play whatever the heck you want and grind people out with these absurd 5 color piles. Man, I really wish I had gone Merchant Scroll for Force, but if my opponent had played Cavern of Souls, then it would have all been for nothing, right? I think I'm just gonna try to Ancestral into a PO combo here and hope it's good enough. There's like no shot this doesn't hit. Oh, apparently there's a shot this does not hit. Okay. So I lose my top, but I could go Delta, Time Walk. It's not even good for me though. I mean, I could just have Force, and as long as they don't have a Cavern, they shouldn't have a Cavern. Maybe that's just fine. And then next turn, I can just go for a PO and probably win. Unless I have to Force. Maybe it's okay. Maybe this is acceptable. I thought my Ancestral would get me there, but it did not get me there. Maybe I should have spun first. What? I just lost the mana though. Okay, now they're fetching away. And they have a, yeah, so Draw. Oh, I should have spun so I didn't draw my top. Oh, I'm playing so badly tonight. If I guess I can just time walk. It's not a big deal. Well, we know they're top deck because of the Snoop. So I'm going to have to time walk so I can get my Soul Ring and then PO for 4 plus 1 is 5. I guess I could just brainstorm, right? Because we know there's a fetch land. That's even better. What am I talking about? So we can just brainstorm away these garbage cards. Oh, well, yeah, they're very... That's looks pretty lethal to me. Yeah. I'm like a little out of practice, huh? I do want to not draw those cards, so I think I will fetch. Shouldn't matter very much. Yeah, this opponent's draw would have been quite good if their first land was a Cavern of Souls. But it wasn't a Cavern of Souls, and we had a Force on top of our library. It's possible that I messed up in this game and not just getting a Force off the Merchant Scroll, but we would have had a hard time winning without that, so... I have, like, self-sustaining POs here. I don't think there's any reason to tutor. I guess we can tutor for... We already used our... Wait, where'd our Time Walk go? We haven't used our Time Walk. Okay, so then we should just get Mentor Time Walk. Mentor. Okay. So we actually have some nice ones for goblins with Cut Down and Deluge, and Opposition Agent is quite good against goblins. Do we want Sphinx of the Steel Wind against goblins? That's an interesting question. I don't think so. They could bring in Pyro, but I don't really think I care that much. I don't think I care enough about Pyroblast to have like a couple Pyroblasts to have Fluster in my deck. I think I'd rather have all of these answers to what they're doing. It's possible like we don't even need another island in this matchup because they're not on Wastelands. So maybe we can just go down island, up Twister. Yeah. Tendrils is not a good magic card, right? Tendrils doesn't do anything on its own. But Time Walk, but Mentor is a good magic card on its own. Yeah, this hand doesn't function. You may play those, you may then exile each card they find. Yeah, so I just exile all the goblins from their deck. This hand's pretty interesting. Definitely gonna keep it. I'm gonna bottom the Mentor though. I think this makes sense. So I have a good coverage against a non-cavern draw, and I have... I don't really need to force this, seeing as I have a Cut Down. So I think I'm just going to let it go. I haven't played that much with it, actually. So I'm going to start by Time Walking, because we can draw a Moxen and have Opposition Agent and Cut Down. I don't think I need to hold open Force if I have all of that. That could be wrong. No, that's probably wrong. I will just cut this thing down, and then we know they have a Kiki. So I really wanted to get the Recruiter off of the Opposition Agent, but I guess we have to force the Recruiter. No, I would have had it. We would have had the lethal Opposition Agent. That's so unfortunate. Oh well. I think I'm going to just hold it. I don't think the beatdown part of it matters, right? Kind of want them to just play into it. Maybe that's incorrect. It's unfortunate. Oh, I guess it's not unfortunate. Man, these are certainly cards. Red Elemental Blast. I think I'm going to play it now. Well, I don't really want to lose my fetch land. It probably doesn't matter. I guess I can't fetch a Tundra. Like, we know they drew Red Elemental Blast, which means I don't get to cast, like, PO or anything like that. Wow, okay. I guess I'll wait. I'm not 100% sure that I really enjoyed the way I played this game. I feel like there might have been better lines. I chose to play Cut Down over Fatal Push mostly because of Archon of Emeria. I think I'm going to try to get them to use their Red Elemental Blast on this repeal so that it opens me up to be able to play Tinker and PO. Okay, they're just going to not do that, which is fair. I think I'm just going to take this fetch land then, and that way we can get fresh ones. Let me just make sure the third card down isn't good. It's not good. I'm gonna... Do I care about a Magus of the Moon at all? I already have a Sapphire. I think I'm gonna get an island. Well, another fetch. We do get to kill this Goblin Lackey with our Toxic Deluge, I guess. Something that's interesting. There's no way they can counter this Deluge, right? So there's no harm in attacking and then deluging. Yeah, I wanted to do like the super blowout play, but it just didn't occur. I kind of needed to start getting the clock in because my opponent had a Red Elemental Blast, which means I can't do any kind of comboing or anything like that. Let's just check this again. Oh, this one has a Merchant Scroll, so doesn't hurt me to keep up. Well, Merchant Scroll is going to get forced. I think I just need to get the Red Elemental Blast out of their hand, right? Oh wow, they hit an Ancient Tomb. So that's Kiki Jiki. Cool. Okay, all right. Things are happening. They did tap out though, so now I have a resolving Merchant Scroll. Can I PO? I can. It's probably lethal. I don't have a blue. I do have a blue, but I don't have an opal. It's probably fine. Don't think I'm going to bounce the opposition agent. I also don't think I'm going to tack into the Kiki. Oh, they had Simian Spirit Guide. Ah, okay. I got. All right, well, Cavern. Oh god, Cavern Muxus? Well, imagine if they Cavern Muxus there. How crazy would that be? Well, Force, Misstep, and Emerald don't do anything. So we're gonna go fetch our last land. Isn't this the same 3 cards we saw before? Man, we have just had a horrible time with our fetches in our top here. We are kind of at the mercy of their top deck a little bit, aren't we? Really? I'm not attacking because if they block, I think it's bad for me. It's actively bad for me. I can't let them have Recruiter and Matron and all the, like, anything that tutors. I think they should be attacking. Well, they're at 8 life. I don't know if they're allowed to attack. Force. What the? Nothing is going well here. What if... I can't believe we could possibly lose this game, but we could possibly lose this game. It's a Magus. Oh, it's a Simian. I'm just gonna force this. What else is this force for? Brainstorm. That doesn't actually help me, right? If I draw Brainstorm, it draws me 3 cards I already know, right? Or does it draw me 1 new card? Sorry. I draw... Then I know it draws me 3 cards I know about. Where... I guess it draws 1... Well, I'm putting my top on top, and then it draws me 3 cards I know about, and then I can play a top and spin, and it's 1 card I don't know. So I guess it's just worth it. I'm dying. I'm actively dying here. I'm frazzled. It's another no. It's a good thing I have all these Moxen, I guess. All right, now they're getting in there. I have not located the magic cards that win the game. And I'm afraid by the time that I do locate the... No! This Magus came down at the worst possible timing. I could have played that and we would have won. So if I attack here, they go to 5. And... I could die to like a Lackey Muxus or something. But... No, these are mountains. I have only 2 black mana. All right, we're doing it. This game is getting interesting. I can still draw fetches, I guess. I think I'm going to spin. I have so much mana with this Academy. Okay, boom. That should just be game. I guess they can have red elemental blasts. So... I don't think it matters. I think we just... do the... Oh, I guess I could have made 1 more mana here. I guess I can just play them both and I get my mana back. Oh, I have life to... Okay, that's actually, it's really, really good. I have life to play this Force of Will off the top. Oh my god. I don't think my opponent was supposed to block there, but I don't think they saw why they weren't supposed to block, which is fair. Okay, so the game is over. Wow. That was a game of Magic the Gathering that I just did not expect to happen that way, but it certainly did. I can't believe we almost lost is the better one. Wow. Okay. We didn't have 10 permanents before PO, right? Because we PO'd for 5. I'm pretty autopilot after I know that I have a little guaranteed lethal, so. Wow. That was a game of Magic the Gathering, that's for sure. So here we are in round 3, where I've apparently used all of my luck for the next 2 months with these hands. I don't know, Brainstorm is restricted in Vintage Ape. We don't do bans here for the most part. You can only have 1 copy of Brainstorm in your deck. This should be a turn 1 kill unless something bad happens. I definitely want my opponent to tap out to like anything. What the? That's a Savannah? Uh-oh. No. I didn't say anything. I meant like non-collector oof things. Tarmogoyf? Oh, thank God. Oh. Well, now we do lose to Force Fluster, right? Oh no, I guess we could play a land and we would beat Force Fluster. Is that a true statement? If we play a land, do we beat Force Fluster? Oh, we have a top now. Because we'll have 1 extra mana to pay. I think that's the case. No, because Force Fluster. No, then they just fluster back my Tinker. So I still can't beat Force Fluster. Right? Because they force my Tinker, I fluster their Force, and then they fluster my Tinker. So that doesn't work. So they don't have an island to play Daze. Okay, so I'm just going to play Lotus Jet and Tinker with Flusterstorm back up, which is just absurd. And I get a Citadel, and we're going to start... Oh, yeah, we can just start playing cards off the top. And that card off the top. And that card off the top. And that card off... Well, not that card off the top, but... I can just go for the win, right? I don't really need to think about this. I guess I could have bounced their Sapphire with that repeal. Maybe I was supposed to do that. All right. I have 11 life left to use my top for 1 life each time. Oh, it's a miss. I still have a Time Walk in the back. I'm just looking for a Mentor or a Demonic or a Vampiric or something. Should probably be holding priority when I do these things, but okay. Do I need the Vampiric here? Shouldn't need to. Okay. Yeah, this is super, super lethal. Looks like Bant Archon. It's probably the most likely choice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes vintage is definitely a turn one format, and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes, so I'll tell you a story. So I do a lot of data recording for the vintage challenges, and in one of the most recent vintage challenges, I noticed there was a 36-minute game one, and I was like, "What the heck happened? How can there possibly be a 36-minute game one in vintage?" And so I was like, "Okay, let's go take a look." And it was two Grixis Tinker players, and they each countered each other's Tinkers. And then one had to needle Urza Saga, and the other had to needle Manifold Key. So they both needled each other's Urza Sagas, they needled each other's Manifold Key, Volt Key combos, and they didn't have Tinkers anymore. So one player was there beating down with a 2-2 Lavinia for 10 turns. And the turn before the Lavinia won the game, the other player plays Tolarian Academy and hard casts Sphinx of the Steelwind. God. It was a great match. I wish I had recorded it. I recorded it. It was just a beautiful, extremely long 20-something turn vintage game. Okay, so we're probably playing against Bant Archon. This is where the cut downs are going to shine. This is where Toxic Deluge looks like it will be pretty good. You can think about Needle against Wasteland, but I don't really have, like, if I play my islands, I don't really need it. We don't want Hercule's Recall. We probably don't want all three tops. And we probably don't want Time Twister. So let's do that. And I don't think this is a Sphinx matchup because they can leave in swords, and I'm not 100% sure they're going to... I just don't want to get sworded. I think it shouldn't be necessary. Oh, there's bets going on in chat. Yeah, yeah. I just didn't, at the time, I didn't think about recording it, but I definitely should have. I'm gonna knock on some wood there, Yukon, and say no. There was somebody briefly win trading post clicking chain, post, what's that thing called? Notification, acceptance. They removed the accept button. Post acceptance change, there was one person who was win trading, but I haven't seen them again. So either it wasn't working or they got banned. So right now it seems like it's not happening as much, but who knows? They are, so they did say that they are willing to put the payouts back, but they wanted to make sure the win trading is completely stopped first. I've talked to them about it, so. I personally don't think it's a big deal. I know that some people care a lot about the payout changes. I'm not one of them, but like people like No Props and Andy and people who are getting 5 or 6 trophies, they probably care, right? It's definitely a big deal for them. For me, who gets a lot of 2-3s playing bad decks, it's actually better for me this way. But people don't see they see that the big number is gone and they get mad, which I think was the wrong reaction, which is why I made the video in the first place. So I kind of regret forcing, because I would have had turn 1 Demonic with Tinker with Force Backup, but I mean, clearly they don't have Daze, or they would have dazed me already. I'm just gonna jam. I guess I could have played around Daze. No, there's no reason not to play around Daze. Well, the reason not to play around Daze is so I don't lose my mana, so I don't have use my land drop when I Tinker. I could just go Mentor, but I mean, I think I'm just gonna Tinker here and we're gonna go all in. We don't have to go all in. It's actually, we could just go Ancestral, right? That might even be better. I don't think they have anything, but if they do have a counterspell after probing they probed my hand and they didn't force my force knowing I had no payoff. And then I top decked a payoff. kind of just want, I don't know. I always go Tinker in this spot. Like, they could have Vigor. No Vigor, wow. Well, I missed here, so let's see. I like going in there. It's not that big a deal. Like I think if they had a force, they would have forced back on Ancestral knowing I had no payoff in hand. I don't know if that's exactly true, Jay. I think you can be allowed to take riskier lines when you have more leeway, especially when they're typically win the game lines. This Fluster on the top on the Vigor on my next turn, though, works pretty well. Well, it's like possible that... I don't know. It's like a high risk, very high reward. And sometimes you don't need to take that line. Like, I didn't need to take this line. I could have gone for another play, right? Do I want to upkeep this Sapphire? I don't think so. Well, I guess we're going to do another turn here. This has not been the strongest Bolas's Citadel, but it's still a Bolas's Citadel nonetheless. Should just be Yogwell. That's got to be good enough. So if I draw, dress down, put Yogwell on top, and then have Academy if I want it. Yeah. I mean, none of these games, like, this is what I'm trying to say, though. None of these games, Saga would have helped me in any way. Maybe the Goblin game where we didn't draw any action, but, like, I don't want to add a bunch of cards that just don't do anything to my deck. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Here we go. Round 4. We're up against Badge, and they have a Luris. They have a cat. I'm very jealous. But we have a nice hand. Definitely could be a problematic if they're playing mono white Death and Taxes here. We'll see what they could be on Jeskai as well. This hand's actually kind of nice against Jeskai with Flusterstorm Mental Misstep. I'm jealous. French toast. Ooh, ice cream. Damn. Everyone's doing fun things. I'm just playing Pio. All right, they mulled to 5. Mox Pearl. Strip Mine. That sounds like mono white. Oh, not Lumi. Not Lumi. Uh-oh. Any exclamation mark Lumis in the chat? All right, I'm gonna start by time walking here, and then we'll go from there. I guess I should have played around Mindbreak Trap. Nah, that. I kind of want to just do like, ugh. These are not good draws against mono white. I think I'm gonna cycle my repeal and try to hit more lands. Or a Moxen, I guess, maybe. Man, this is all bad. Everything is bad. I guess I could hit Tinker. I think repealing the Lumi is bad. We lose our Black Lotus to do that. I don't think that's a good play. That's pretty good. I don't think I don't want to do that. I think this Lotus is important. Uh-oh. Are they gonna wasteland me, or are they gonna... Okay. Things are bad. That is good draw. That is a good draw. I think I don't want to PO for 2. 2 is not the magic number. 3 is the magic number. Unless they Kataki or something. All right, I have the answer for that. I don't think they'll be able to play another spell, so I think it's safe to save my life total here. I am dying pretty fast to this Lumi. Okay. Mana Crypt is my best draw. Mana Vault is pretty good. Soul Ring is Narset. Oh, no. So, Okay. I think I'm going to... This is kind of a risky Narset, but I'm going to float black with my Opal in case we hit Demonic Tutor off of Narset. And then I'm going to use colorless blue. Or sorry, colorless, green is colorless and blue, leaving me with blue and black off of Narset. Like I said, Mana Crypt is my best hit, but now I can also draw Ancestral. Vampiric Brainstorm. Huh. Wow, what a weird game. So if I Vampiric for Mana Crypt, I go to 11. Narset dies. As long as they don't have a Kataki, it's probably fine. I guess if they have a Spirit, it's not good. Yeah, I think it's Vamp for Mana Crypt or Brainstorm. It's... This Brainstorm... They both have some serious downsides, and I don't know the math on which one is better. It really depends on what the card they top deck, right? I think this Brainstorm is not good enough. I think the number of things... Well, the Brainstorm's super good if I draw a fetch, right? Because I get rid of 2 flusters. Holy shit. All right. I don't know. I think I'm going to Brainstorm. I don't know the answer, though. I'd like to see... I think I'm just gonna... PO for 3 with completely playable... If I have 4 mana PO for 3 with a blue source, it's very good. That's kind of what you want. Well, because I don't end up locking myself, right? Well, the problem with Vamp is the inconsistency, actually, based on what my opponent top decks. Well, these are great. Can I get anything into Demonic right now? It's possible that I can Demonic... Yeah, Brainstorm was super good. I think I need to get a Moxen so I can use my mana. I think I'm just going to get the Mana Crypt. Technically I could get a Sapphire, and that would... Because I want to play it this turn. I don't know if I want to play a Mana Crypt. I think I'm going to get a Sapphire. Because I want to play it in case my opponent plays a Kataki, and then I can upkeep PO. This was interesting. Lumi 2. Okay, Lumi 2 doesn't matter. All right. They're going to go face here, go for lethal. It's a bold play. I respect it. I respect that. I don't think it's going to work, but... oh, wow. Do I want to get Jet or Ancestral? Probably Ancestral, seeing as I have so much going on for me anyways. Oh, that didn't go well. Hmm. That went really poorly. Where does this leave us? Well, we can probe one. I think we have enough to merchant PO, right? Still want to probe first. Okay, well. I have just enough to merchant PO. I just need to leave this land drop for Academy. I guess I could get... No, I can't get Time Walk. What if I Mystical for Yogg? Merchant, Mystical, top, draw. Merchant, Mystical, top, draw. 3 mana gives me Lotus. It just gives me Lotus, Ancestral... Sorry, Lotus... So I have two mana. I use 1 blue mystical, 1 mana floating top, draw Yogg-Will, crack fetch, play Opal, Yogg-Will, bring back Opal, Lotus, PO, Ancestral Probe. That should be good enough. Okay, so now the question is, what is the best play from here? And it's got to be PO for 5. I guess I can start by repealing. Is there any downside to... Well, I can actually repeal the Mana Vault, which is going to be 2 mana, 3 mana. Then that doesn't actually make any mana, right? Because it costs 2 mana to repeal, 1 mana to play is 3 mana, and it makes 3 mana, so it doesn't actually help. So just repeal... I guess I could just repeal this Lumi, possibly. So I don't know. I guess maybe we just Hercules ourselves first, and get Ancestral first, and then Hercules ourselves. Ancestral... Oh, God. I guess I should probe PO. Why'd this go so badly? Maybe it didn't go badly and I'm crazy. I don't want to repeal. Maybe I was supposed to demonic for an extra mana piece. I don't know if I played that correctly. I feel like I missed out on some amount of value. I don't know if I like what I did. I still lost the black mana. Never mind. I mean, I'm going to win now, but I feel like there might have been something I could have done that would have given me a higher chance to win. but I don't know what it was, so it's not really worth thinking about right now. Can go back on this later. Okay. All right, they're off it. So that was game 1? Wow. That was a lot of effort. I'm not sure what I missed. I just have a feeling... I just have a feeling I missed something. Okay. The good news is we have Toxic Deluge against Mono White. I do think I'm still going to play Sphinx, even though they typically have answers for it. I think it's just good to have the option. Did I have the black mana to DT for Crypts? I guess I had a Lotus, but that Lotus had to make blue. The Opal could have made black. Maybe? It's net 0 mana, right? And then it gives me an additional card off of PO, an additional 2 mana off of Hercules. So it might have been something like that. Yeah, that could have been it. All right, I'm going to take out Fluster and Hercules. Yeah, I wanted the DT to fetch Mentor, and I wanted the repeal to be like a last-ditch effort to bounce Yumi, but maybe that's not even what I wanted. It probably didn't matter very much once we found the Yogwill line, but it's still an interesting... I think there's like... The way I want to phrase it is I think that turn, I think a lot of PO players would not have been able to win the game. I think if you're not super practiced with PO, you might not have won the game on that turn. Do you agree, chat? Do you think that that was like kind of a high, maybe a hard look? I'm not sure. That was a weird game of Magic. I just didn't have a lot of resources to work with. I don't think I want Tabernacles. I don't think I want Flash Blockers. I think I just want the removal spells. I mean, you can, like, not Demonic for Mentor. You can just draw your whole deck, right? And eventually you have Vamp. Well, no, you don't have Vamp. No, you do. Vamp is at the bottom of the library from Narset. This hand is functional. I was already at 2. I didn't have to be at 2, right? I'm pretty sure I did extra stuff to get to 2. I didn't have to probe at any point there. I chose to probe. Like, I didn't have to probe. There were, like, a lot of lines there. You had so many cards to work with. Let's definitely keep this. All right, they have... Okay, so I always want to point this out, chat. When you're playing Mono White and Workshops, the way you sequence your Moxen can be very important, especially when you're playing a Cavern deck. So, if you are playing a Cavern deck, I guess my opponent might not have Cavern because they're playing Luris, and these decks don't always play Cavern, but if you are playing Cavern, you want to sequence your Moxen before the Plains, because then I have to make a decision, do I want to force your Moxen? Because if you have a Cavern on human, I can't force your follow-up. And, like, especially when you have a second Moxen, this is, like, super, super good. But because my opponent has already shown me they are not on Cavern, I just let this resolve and I force whatever they play. I don't have to force this. I have a dress down. I think I'm going to let this go. It's like a good card against PO, but I don't think I need to kill it. Yeah, I mean, I just think that there's a strong possibility the next card I want is the card I want to force. I don't even know if I need to dress down right away. Like, I don't need to dress down until I have a spell that draws cards, right? So, like, there's a world where I just take a couple hits, I spin, try to find what I'm looking for. Maybe I even find a removal spell. Yeah. See, this is a card I want to force because I don't actively have PO to counteract it. The question is, do I want to spin first and see if there's lines coming? I think the answer is yes. So I do have the PO coming. So the unfortunate part here is, okay, this is fine. I have to hope their next threat doesn't kill me. But what I can do is draw the island and then end of turn dress down on the next turn. Yeah, this is good. All right, so I force that. I untap. I play my island. I pass the turn. And then I end of turn dress down and look to kill them on the turn. So I just have to hope that their last follow-up isn't like a Thalia. That's fine. Oh, wait. That's not... Wait, is this not going to work? Well, I guess I can still draw my PO in my upkeep even if it doesn't work. I don't know how the layers work here. I'm a little concerned about how... Do the layers work badly for me here? Because this gives my artifacts... I'm concerned the layers don't work well for me here. Let's see what happens. Oh, it works well for me. Interesting. I didn't know for sure, but... Oh, I drew cut down as well. All right, I mean, I think we're just like super far ahead, right? I get to untap. I can't pick up this dress down though, right? Or I could... Can I pick up this dress down? I think the answer is no, right? Trying to remember. I think the answer is no. I don't think I can pick up my dress down. No, I think I don't draw any cards if I pick up the dress down because of the Spirit of the Labyrinth. Yeah. This is fine. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So what I'll do is I'll like cut these both down and then I can even Yogg do more cutting down. And I have a force for their next turn. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just super far ahead. Is there any value? Okay, so I actually don't want to do... I don't want to do the Kataki now because I want them to pay for their ruby. So let's wait until this dress down goes... let's wait until they pay. I mean, I feel like I played this game very well. I really enjoyed... I mean, Dress Down is just so good against these Hate Bear decks. It's crazy. Dress Down is a great card. So what is this going to be? Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Patience, chat. Patience. Patience is the key. I didn't play the first couple rounds of this very well, but I feel like I played the couple of these last rounds really, really nicely. I don't remember if I know any of my cards. All right, does that give me enough? I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I don't have enough to Yogg PO yet. So I think we should just spin and try to find something good. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, let's just hope that their top deck isn't too abysmal for us, and then next turn we'll go Yogg will kill them. They actually can put Lurrus in their hand, but they can't. If they hit a land, they can play, but they can't play anything back. Yep, with the Mana Crypt, we're good. Oh, you mean we could have done it by spinning because we had gained 1 mana? Yeah, we could have done it last turn. You're right. Okay, this is what happens when I start talking about how good I played. You're right. I could have not, could have gone in last turn and not played on the top of their deck. True. True. I didn't really consider that Mana Crypt was +1 mana there. I think it's the only card that's technically +1 mana there. I guess the Academy might have been +1 mana there as well. I have to think about it. Yeah, they're dead. So the Academy would have been +2 mana there, but it would have been 1 less draw off PO. But I would have drawn the Academy off of the Yogg will PO, so that would have been pretty good. Yeah, I should definitely have gone for it last turn. Damn. It would have been such a nice set of games if I had just... That last one was pretty bad. I mean, I don't know. I guess they could have drawn a Deafening Silence or a Stony Silence off the top. Those would have been pretty killer. I still had spin into Academy, play Academy, Yogg. Oh, I didn't have Yogg will cut down. I would have to do... No, I would still have... Well, both of those are not cut downs. Yeah, that could have been bad. That could have been very bad. That could have been very, very bad, actually. Bad misplay there. Never punished. Okay, 5th and final round of this Vintage League. Currently 4-0-8-0. Maybe we can get lucky and continue that streak here against Crazier. Find out. This hand's reasonable. Have a force, have probe. Probe is a broken magic card. Just get to see your opponent's hand for free. And we have a tutor. It's a little low on artifact mana, of course. That's definitely the downside of this kind of hand. But if we draw 1 piece of artifact mana, we can go for a Vampiric Tinker line, and that seems like a reasonable place to be. Unfortunately, if they're on something like a Bazaar of Baghdad, we will have trouble with that kind of line. Oh, is it Workshops? This hand isn't ideal against Workshops, but we have some plus sides. Let's see what they have for us. I definitely like our deck against Workshops with 3 basic islands and 4 Hercles in our 75. I don't cut corners. I definitely want to make sure that my Shops matchup is as playable as possible. They're down to 3 cards left in hand after this. This we can let resolve because we currently have no artifact mana anyways. This is going to name Black Lotus, I would assume. Yep. And this is a sphere. It's an unlicensed Hearst. Okay, I think I'm down to just let both of these resolve. Mystical Tutor. So what we can do is we can vamp for a Mana Crypt. And then, so, is that going to be good enough? We can do something like Vamp for Mana Crypt, Probe to draw Mana Crypt, Upkeep Mystical for Tinker, and then go Mana Crypt, Fetch, Tinker. Which is probably fine. We take 2, and then we take 4, and then we take 6, and then we take 7, and we take 8, and we have 12 life to work with on a Citadel with no land drop. That's so much life, though. We could end step crack, mystical for Tinker, and then we still need to probe Vampiric to get our Mana Crypt. I did the -2 no matter what. I guess theoretically we don't need to probe now, but I think you would want to probe now to know what their last card is. I'm just concerned that 12 life with a Citadel and no land drop isn't going to be good enough. I think that's still the line, though. Well, that opens me up to Wasteland, so I shouldn't do that. I think I actually do the second line. I said Mystical for Tinker, and then on my turn, I crack Vampiric, Probe. Yeah, okay. No. I think... Well, I guess I could Mystical now. So I could go Mystical, Probe, get a Tinker. Okay, maybe we should do that. I don't have to Vampiric now. I don't want to get Underground Sea because I don't want to give them a Wasteland target. No, but then I can't Vampiric on my upkeep, and I won't have a probe. Okay, wait, no, I don't have to probe, though, right? I can just draw. So why did I Mystical now? So now I'm exposing myself to Strip Mine for no reason. Shit. Okay. Still think it's the best choice. I exposed myself to Strip Mine here for no reason. And I also gave them a fetch target to hit off of Unlicensed Hearst. That was bad. Okay, Saga, don't care. Do you have a follow-up play that I force? If not, then I don't really want... I think we should be fine. No follow-up play. Okay. All right, we're going to Mystical. I got to make sure this Djinn doesn't get to me, huh? All right, Mystical for Tinker. Draw Tinker. And then we go land, crack. There's a chance we don't win this game, but we should be in a pretty good spot. Vampiric. Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. We are currently 4-0, 8-0, playing our trophy match with Sagaless PO. So we probe them. See what they have. So we have 12 life, no land. Oh, another Saga. Okay, another Saga, no care. So now we Tinker. I wish we had a Sphinx, honestly. Well, would a Sphinx win here? Sphinx might lose to Saga tokens here. Maybe a Sphinx wouldn't win here. All right, we're going Citadel. We have 3 tops in our deck, which is abnormal, so that might help as well. All right, 11. Ruby. Okay, well, sure. That's pretty good. We'll go to 10. They get to eat Crypt. Sure, that's fine. Okay. Should I spin yet? I think we can do it. We can afford a spin now. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's got to be game, right? Time Walk. Demonic. Mentor. Oh, I can't crack my Black Lotus. That's funny. All right, we have lethal here. Okay, go to the next turn. We can even pay this if we want. Why not? All right, got the game 1 versus Shops. We continue our unbeaten streak. Oh, they're going to make me do it. That's fair. So here we just play our Academy, make enough mana, and then we just draw our top, replay our top from hand. We also have, you know, destroy 10 permanents as well. So all roads lead to victory here. It's easier to play this top a couple times than it is to sack 10 permanents. So all right. That is definitely 20. And now we can just go to combat and murder them. All right, cool. Opponent's hand didn't really function against a combo player. So they did mulligan a bit, right? So, all right. So now post-board things get a little bit different. We're going to bring in Sphinx. We're going to bring in triple Hercules Recall. We're going to bring in cut down opposition agent is an interesting. So did we see? We saw unlicensed Hearst, which makes me think it might be aggro shops. So there's no Golos. I don't know if opposition agent is good enough as a creature versus just Saga. I'm going to say it's not, but we might want to consider Deluge. I'm not sure if we want Deluge either. I do know that we don't want Flusterstorms. We don't want Misstep. We don't want Probe. We don't want Narset. We don't want Twister on the draw. So we have lots of cards to cut. I don't think we need an agent here, though we could theoretically play it. Like, it might be better than Snap, but we didn't starting to run a little bit low on blue cards, right? 4, 10, 15, 4, 10, 11, 15, 23, 24. Yeah, I don't want to cut Snap. You would want Needle if you played Sagas, but we don't play Sagas, so we don't need to bring in Needle. Though 3 tops is not very good. So maybe we cut a top and we play an opposition agent. I'm not sure this is 100% how I like to board. I think the way I view it is that a lot of your wins come from establish Mox mana, Hercules them at end of turn, untapping combo. And I think Tinker Citadel is good to have. You can take Citadel out. It's not necessary. But it's also nice to have 2 Tinker targets in case you draw one. Especially if you like draw Sphinx, pitch it to Force, that kind of thing. Typically, I like to play against shops, both Tinker targets. But I could, you know, I definitely see value in not playing both. This hand, excuse me. Definitely, there are definitely sets of awkward PO hands against shops. This is a hand we're going to keep, and it will lose some amount of games. We have double basic island. We're 1 artifact away from Metalcraft, and we have a Hercules. So we're in like a decent place to be, but it's definitely, you know, there are definitely 7-card workshop draws that will beat this. That's not a good sign. That's 3 mana without a workshop. Okay, Saga. They probably just messed up and have 61 cards post board. Interesting. That's a card I'm not going to counter. It doesn't affect my main game plan. I will take a bit of damage from it, but we can Hercules it later. It's not a huge deal. This doesn't look like a hand that I would keep from a 7-card hand against PO. So when I play Workshop, I want to have a hand that has a sphere. I also have Repeal on the Germ token, which is quite strong. So I'm just gonna play the Moxen in case they end up with Dust Sphere, and then I think I'm gonna actually just do the repeal play. Maybe I'm gonna repeal now. Repealing now allows me to draw Moxen, which I think I like a lot. It does lose our Hercules to Force if we... that is the downside, of course, is that we don't have Hercules later if we have to force this turn. But I feel like if they had a forceable target, we would have forced it on turn 1. Maybe they don't agree. I just feel like it buys us so much time. That's 4 or 5 mana. Precursor Golem. Okay, I mean, sure. You got it. That is a lot of golems. I wish I had that repeal back, huh? Oh, nice. Wasteland. Play around that. So if I had drawn a Mox in here, we would have been able to opposition agent their Urza Saga. But we were not able to do so. Which leaves us in kind of an awkward position. Where we probably have to Hercules attacks here. I wish I had my repeal for this token here. Unfortunate life. Yeah. If we had hit a Moxen, I would have definitely liked to steal this Saga. Are they going to make a thing? Yeah, okay. Hercules is fine. It's going to just delay them. It's going to kill this Saga token. It's not a huge deal. It's not great. I agree it's not great. My opponent has a really aggressive artifact draw, and we don't have a very... Why did they get a Ginger Brute? So this is the power of 3 Island PO right here. If I was playing Sagas, I would almost assuredly lose this game to Wasteland. But because I have a bunch of basic islands, we're in a good spot. Not a good spot. We're in a spot. This is an extremely aggressive draw. I'm going to bounce this. I think it's just... Actually, it's 1 damage away from lethal, but... Basics are super good. Oh, wow. Patchwork. So... If I counter this, they have... I should have counted their mana before we left. What they had? They had 4 mana, so they can just play Nettle Cyst. No, I think taking 19 there is not a good play. What if I counter the Mana Crypt? The problem is if we pitch this PO, we don't really have a super strong way forward. They're going to play 4, 5 spells, and this will be a 6/6. But it was 19. The Ginger Brute was a 10/10, and there were 3 Precursor Golems, so I was 19. And then we can't fetch. We're kind of on Draw to Tinker. I kind of agree. But we do have top and a spin and a fetch. I kind of want to counter Nettle Cyst. But Nettle Cyst, I can't cut down. I guess I won't be able to cut down this either. I can't cut down anything. Man, cut down kind of gross here, actually. Nettle Cyst will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the Nettle Cyst is just always going to be bigger. What if I counter the Mana Crypt? Mox. They don't have a mana to pay. They might have a mana to play Precursor Golem. I don't know. Don't think I can counter Mana Crypt. Because if they have... We know they have Mox. If they have one at land drop for turn at all, right? They haven't played a land this turn. It's mostly because of Archon of Emeria, Hull Breacher, and Opposition Agent are the main reasons we're playing Cut Down over Fatal Push. Mostly Archon of Emeria. They played Wasteland this turn? This is turn 3. Okay, they did play Wasteland this turn. Okay, I'm going to force this. I think that cuts them off enough to give us time. I just got my cup caught on this mic. Okay, so that buys us a little bit of time. I don't even know if Sphinx wins here, though. Does Sphinx win here? Uh-oh. That's bad. I don't know why I didn't use the Tinker. I think I'm getting a little drunk. I definitely should have tinkered. My bad, chat. Uh-oh. I think we were 100% winning if I had just tinkered for a Sphinx here. And now we might not be. I'm drinking a bit. A small bit. All right, whatever. My greatest weakness, myself. Ooh. So do we... I don't actually think Sphinx wins here because of Nettle Cyst. Uh-oh. Are we dead? Actually, Sphinx might not even... No, I don't even think Sphinx was going to be good. I think we had to go for a Citadel. Fuck. Well, I think we lose. I would have had to go on for Citadel with no land drop to give. That's quite unfortunate. I mean, we can still draw Hercule's Recall, right? We have 3 more Hercule's Recalls in our deck. Maybe we still win. Snap Hercules. So we just snap Hercules in combat, and then we take 4, go to 4. Yeah, I mean, this is just super winning. Cool. I kind of wanted to be able to have black mana. Maybe that's not the case. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely good to sack Opal because you have more Opals, but... Pew! That's a lot of mana. Sure. I don't know if we win this game. Like, we still are not winning currently. We don't have, like, you know, Vault Key in our deck. We might not win. I don't know if I had played correctly, we would have won either, but we would have been in a better spot, that's for sure. Should I dress down to stop these precursor golems? I don't think I care. I don't think I want to... Well, I think it's actually unclear if we would have won the game. I don't think that's abundantly clear either. I think there is a legitimate chance we wouldn't have won the game. I don't think I care about Precursor Golem enough to, like, play this dress down. Right? I think I need the life points more. I'm definitely blaming it on... Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on the Djinn. Definitely gonna do that. I think we need the life. How do we win this game? We need to hit like a bunch of mocks in and then PO, right? That's what we need to do to win this game. So we're kind of off the variance of our deck. This is another reason why, though, Eric, that we kept in Citadel. The new cards in aggro shops, let them go over Sphinx sometimes. Like Nettle Cyst is really fucking strong. Like tinkering for Sphinx would have lost us the game, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's close. They would have played equipped, unblockable Ginger, we attack, and it might have won. I don't know. It's probably fairly close. I'd have to go back and look and do the math. Yeah, another Hercules buys us some infinite turns, right? So, not infinite turns, but more turns. It's currently my opponent's clock. I don't know if they know, but the trigger from the Patchwork Automaton was resolved and it's back on their clock. Okay. I think I need to hold the dress down. There's also like the possibility we get Walking Ballista. Wait, where's the Ginger Brute? Ginger Brute's not coming into play? Where's the Nettle Cyst? Nettle Cyst not coming into play? Sensei's top. I'm gonna play it. Hey, Hercules recall. That'll buy us some time. The third top has been good. So I think we just draw it and cast it normally. So the problem with casting it, yeah, I think we have to do that. Draw it. So like they can have spheres and stuff pre-combat. But I want to hit Moxen, hit Time Walk. Okay. I can cast Hercules. Well, I don't want to cast Hercules on my turn because they have Ginger Brute, right? They have Ginger Brute plus every, so I can't cast Hercules on my turn. So what I could do is just dress down and Time Walk. Maybe that's bad. I'm just trying to hit Moxen off of my Citadel in the way that costs the least amount of life. I have to hold this Hercules for their attack because of Ginger Brute. Does that win? I don't think so. I need a Lotus. A Lotus into Yogwill, Sphinx, Time Walk. Hercules plus Time Walk. Oh, you're right. You are right. No, that was a good line, Raphael. Fuck. That was a better line. I think should I have done that line? Damn. Good point. Good point. Well, now I have Hercules and Yogg Hercules. That helps, right? I should be holding priority. Sorry, I am definitely drunk. Wait, what the fuck? I'm so lightweight now. Okay. Okay, so if I were to Yogwill right now, I get Underground Sea, Pearl, Tinker, Time Walk. That's got to be enough, right? Yogwill, 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana. Tinker, Time Walk. I played my land. Okay, but I still have enough. Oh, I don't have enough. No, I do. I still have enough. No, I still have enough, right? I still have enough? I still have enough. Yogwill, 1, 2, I have 1, 2, 3, Pearl 4, Opal 5, Tinker, Time Walk. Get a Sphinx. Attack. That looks good. I think that's good. I also can repeal my Opal. Ooh, I don't want to play that one. That one's scary. How many permanents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more permanent. Yeah, but then I would not have had mana to Time Walk, which would have been bad. Oh, true. After Sphinx, we can just draw a bunch. Yeah, true. I got it anyways. I got it anyways. Not even close. Is this the drunk 5010? It might be. Boom! 5010. Let's go! I don't know if I can play another league chat. Let's go. It's so sick. This deck is the best deck in the format. No one can tell me. No one can tell me this isn't the best deck in the format. Fuck Urza's Saga. Suck on my... Yeah, whatever. This is the best deck in the format. Let's go. It's free. Damn. All right, quick. Revert the chest changes. I want my 15 chests or whatever it is. All right. So what did we learn? Nothing. We learned that you can play this deck drunk and still go 10-0. I liked Cut Down. It didn't matter. Could have been Revolt, or so it could have been Fatal Push at any point, so it didn't really make a difference. Deluge was theoretically good, but never... I mean, it killed a Lackey, which was something, so that wasn't nothing, but it was kind of sus. Kind of sus. I'm wondering about maybe Sphinx in the main again. Maybe we're back to Sphinx in the main. Maybe we, like, cut Time Twister and put Sphinx back in the main, and then we get another sideboard slot. That might be reasonable. It might be a Sphinx main format again. That's totally possible. That's the only thing I'm really thinking about. We didn't play against Bazaar, which was, you know, something. 3 Tops has been great though. I really like 3 Tops. Lots more Metalcraft, lots more deterministic Bolos kills. Dress Down was fantastic, as it always is. Dress Down, stronger card than Urza Saga? I don't know, maybe. Either way, This is gonna thank you to Mitchell, who donated to see this deck list played in a league. I appreciate that. We got to do a really fun league with one of, probably my signature deck and one of my most fun deck choices. If you want to see your deck list played on my channel, you can check out the Patreon. Link is in the YouTube chat or YouTube description and Twitch chat. I'll see you for new vintage videos on my YouTube channel Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Until next time.